state governments to enact laws and codes and prescribe standards for energy conservation in buildings, transportation, products, services, and industrial processes. The energy audit has become mandatory for consumers with heavy loads. The energy consumption in certain sectors, such as steel, must be within prescribed standards. Beyond statutory law, energy management makes practical sense as it can help us to reduce energy bills even in a small home. Energy engineering covers the study of selection of the source of energy and its efficient transmission to the point of use. Energy analysis helps us to construct an energy balance between the input and the output of a system and identify the components of energy wastage. Energy audit keeps the methodology and procedure to determine the potential for energy savings. Energy management is a study of the requirements for organization, training, planning, monitoring, reporting, and action to save energy. This program has been launched to update the knowledge of faculty members and professionals on specialized topics with state-of-the-art technologies in energy management. It will definitely help faculty members and professionals to identify key areas with high energy consumption and enable them to suggest suitable process of modifications to minimize the energy consumption. As per the Energy Conservation Act, it is mandatory for energy managers, energy auditors, and all other energy professionals to upgrade their knowledge by attaining such standards. And now, we are going to start the inauguration process, and before that, may I have the honor of calling all the dignitaries to come on the dais and take their names, sir. Mr. Kaudal Dotto, President, Bengal Chamber of Commerce, PNB, and you, PVN, UNL, and BBJ. Please, sir, would you please be kind enough to take a seat over the dais? Mr. B.P. Kumar, Principal Scientist, NIS, TSES, CSIR, New Delhi, sir. Professor G.N. Saha, ex-professor, IIT Kharagpur. Professor Dr. Ashif Guha, Professor Dr. J.K. Roy, our dean. Professor Amlan Chakraborty, HOD, Department of Electrical Engineering. And Professor Chandran Sen, Dean Management. All of you are requested to take a seat over here on the dais. Now, all the dignitaries who have kindly taken their seat over their dais will be presented with bouquets. First of all, the bouquet will be presented to Mr. Kaudal Dotto. Given. The Mr. B.P. Kumar, Principal Scientist. Dr. G.N. Saha. Professor Dr. Ashif Guha, our Director. Professor Dr. J.K. Roy. Professor Dr. Shantanu Sen. Sinha. Sir, you are Sinha. And Professor Amlan Chakraborty. Now the inauguration, lighting, I request Mr. Kaudal Dotto will go forward to the lamp and do the honor of lighting the lamp over there. And all the dignitaries present here may please assist him in the procession. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the inaugural form by Mr. Rajkumar Banerjee. We are now going to have the honor of requesting our President, Mr. Kondal Dr. President, Bengal Chamber of Commerce, CMD and you, BBUNLCBJ, requested to make his inaugural speech. But before we come to the microphone and takes over, I would like to take the opportunity of informing you about him. Sri Kondal Dr. is the Chairman of Managing Director of Andy Yule and Company Limited. He is a mechanical engineer with master's degree in industrial engineering and has an excellent academic record. He started his career with Philips India Limited and thereafter served as General Manager in GIL Limited. Before taking over the charge of as CMD of Andy Yule and Company Limited, he was the Managing Director of WEBFIL Limited, a member of the Andy Yule Group of Companies. He was the recipient of Scope Excellence Award for turnaround category for outstanding contribution to the public sector management 2008-9, presented by Dr. Manmohan Singh, Honorable Prime Minister of India. We take full honor to welcome our Chairman, Sardar Dhruv Singh. Thank you, sir, for your coming. We welcome you, our great acceptance and honor. And let me continue, as I was reading about Mr. Kondal Dr. At present, Sri Dr. is the President of the Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry, a historic association in India, which was established in the year 1853. Department of Heavy Industry, Ministry of Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises, Government of India, has given an additional charge of Sri Kondal Dr. of the post of Chairman and Managing Director of Haris Nikon Limited and the Managing Director of the post of the Freight Firm and Jessup Construction Company Limited. Thank you, sir, for your coming. We now request you once again to come and take over.
Good morning. Probably I am speaking out of turn because I have to go a bit early. Mr. Dhruv Singh, Chairman of JS Group, other dignitaries of the diet, professors in India. I'm not taking everybody's name as it will take long time. I always feel a little bit shaky when I open my mouth in front of the professors. It's very difficult to talk in front of them. I'm always hesitant from my student days that I might speak something which is absolutely irrelevant and get into trouble. I'm very privileged and very happy that Narola Institute of Engineering has invited me for this very important topic which you will deliberate on the day long. I will try to touch upon the important topic on a little bit. Today is not only in Indian context, globally, the most important is the price of the 21st century is energy industry. With industrial growth and the demand for energy is increasing rapidly. For example, with the matter of 10 years, the peak electricity demand in India has grown from 30,000 megawatts to 1,60,000 megawatts. The energy demand in the form of oil for transport sector has also grown multifold. Out of the total energy demand, 80% demand is made from the source of fossil fuel. Only 13.5% of the energy demand is made from the renewable source. The breakup of the share of the various renewable sources are as follows: hydroelectric only 2.5%, nuclear 6.5%, solar and wind 1.5%, biomass is the balance. For the very a very heavy reliance on the fossil fuel, the following facts are alarming. The coal and oil production in the world are reaching its peak by 2015, thereafter it will start decreasing. The world uranium production is expected to reach its peak in 2035. The nuclear fuel can be recycled, but it is very risky. The disposal of the space fuel is also highly risky. The major alternative energy source, wind and solar power, are available in small quantities, and only solar power production is 6,000 megawatts, and solar energy of wind energy is also 60,000 megawatts. The rank of the various countries in producing wind and solar power are as follows: Germany, Spain, USA, and India. Apart from the depletion of the resources of fossil fuel, there is another great danger using the fossil fuel, that is, as you already know, is the climatic, the environmental issue, the production of greenhouse gases. As CO2 is a major component of the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere is measured in terms of CO2 part per million ppm. Before the industrial revolution in the 18th century, the level of greenhouse gas in the atmosphere was 280 CO2 ppm. The current level of the greenhouse atmosphere is 430 CO2 ppm. And as per the Stern review, which is done in October 2006, the economic and climate change, by 2035, the CO2 level will reach 550 ppm of the greenhouse gas in the atmosphere. To counter this danger, of the following measures are necessary: produce more usable energy from alternative sources to cut down the consumption of fossil fuel and emission of the greenhouse gases. Reduce the energy demand by energy conservation and reduction of the energy loss and wastage. By an agreement of a large number of countries in Kyoto in 1997, the participant countries are required to reduce their CO2 emissions by at least 5.2% from their 1990 levels within the past commitment period 2012. Thus, the concept of carbon credit has come up. It is measured in the terms of kg of CO2 emitted. By Kyoto Protocol allows participating countries to emit more CO2 than agreement by purchasing an equivalent amount of carbon credit from other countries, which is reduces the lesser emissions. You see, we have to increase our intensity of study and research in this use of your alternative source of energy. It is very important for the country. There are a lot of things that are happening in the worldwide. In UK, it has become now mandatory negative energy buildings, and we are not doing anything about it. We have to do something about it, and it must start from the institute. And there has to be some collaboration between institute and industry. From Bengal Chamber, we are organizing an environmental program with end of August. I request you to participate. All the industrial leaders from this sector will be participating. The government officials are participating. You will know better. It is my earnest request from all of you. Send some participants. I expect some of the faculty members to be present in that we are here. And as you know, Mr. Singh, Ranjit Singh is also a patron of the Bengal Chamber. But he is actively taking part in the activities of Bengal Chamber. Please join here in that program, which is probably on 26th and 27th of August. We'll keep you informed about it. Thank you for inviting me. I have a little bit of hurry. I have to really push up now. I would have loved to sit here to listen to all the experts sitting here, what their views are, but unfortunately I have to leave now. Thank you. Thanks for calling me.
Thank you, Mr. Doctor, for your wise speech indeed. May I now request that someone should come forward and flower bouquet will be presented to our chairman, Sardar Jose. Now we request Sardar Jyot Singh Ji to present and hand over the conference kit to Mr. Kaudal Sablu. The conference kit will be presented to Mr. Kaudal Sablu by Sardar Jyot Singh Ji. May I request the audience to applaud him with Now the welcome address will be delivered by Professor Dr. Ashish Gupta, Director, AIS Group of Thought.
Our Honorable Chairman, Sardar Jyot Singh, Mr. Kumar, the dignitary, present in the dais and outside. It's a privilege for me to be present in this seminar. Now this is very important seminar, and as you have heard from Mr. Sablu, that is one of the most important things nowadays regarding the production of the electricity in different agencies. And what we have found that the cost of electricity is going up. There is about 4 lakhs or 5 lakhs of rupees for this college. But we cannot help in this regard. So alternative use of the energy, alternative source of energy, we are already working on this. There is the use of solar power. We are thinking to implement the use of solar power, photovoltaic cells and all these things. So this is very important. But another thing is about the audit, energy audit, how far it is, how the air conditioners are working, how far it is necessary. All these are necessary for the implementation of this policy in which the electricity bill and electricity assets to be contained. And then on the national perspective, it is very important because coal is going down, production of coal is going down, and very soon it will be exhausted. So alternative power source should be tapped. Except nuclear energy, all the other sources, there are a lot of work is going on research and in the field of research. So our institute in this Nora Institute of Technology also is doing some research on these areas, and I think someday it will be something can be done, but otherwise it will be very difficult to run the electricity areas. So with these words, I thank you everybody and for coming here and welcome to this college by JIS Group. JIS Group is organizing and patronizing this kind of seminar for a long time, and the development of the faculty depends on the interaction of this kind of interaction. So it will be helpful for the faculty to teach the students. The industry institute partnership, as Mr. Doctor told, is very important. Unless the industry participates in our program, the whole thing becomes only theoretical, and we cannot move further. So we ask the organizers to call the industry so that they can come and participate in all these kinds of seminars. So with all these words, I hope that this will be very much successful. I thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your speech, which is excellent indeed. We now request Professor Ian Saab to make his speech, please.
Good morning. Other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this is a sort of a sacrilege. I was not supposed to talk at all. I have talked to the students and to other conferences for the past 45 years. I felt I was sitting here quietly listening to others. But anyway, must be something from the Ramadan Chakravarti has been planning behind my back. Well, a conference of this nature is quite important in the sense that it is a lot educative value for the students. I was being shown the brochure that they have published, and many of the young teachers and the students here have published quite a few papers. And they really are very beautiful and thought-provoking and quite interesting. And if this trend goes on, it will be good. We all know that what is happening with Pakistan and all that. The reason is we don't know many things happening in our country. Recently, I went to what is called wildlife sanctuary, that is 7,500 feet high. And there, it's a wildlife sanctuary and no electricity supply. So I was afraid because my son had interesting, I was afraid I was going to live there. There's no market, nothing, just you watch the nature. But when we went there, we found the solar cell, the photovoltaic cell, and water supply, the water is stored there, all water, hot water, everything is done from solar energy. Every room had electricity with food, with a battery reservoir of course. Food supply electricity for about 5-6 hours by the time you go there and then spend the store. And so this solar energy, alternative sources of energy are used in our country also. And we don't know much about all the activities that are going on. Only thing is that either from the administration, from the government, from different sources, there will be more encouragement in this sort of activity. And other countries, so we don't know, but they are also doing quite a bit in this form of one paper I saw about energy auditing, and that's a very interesting thing. And it's not one gets found out, it's not really surprising, but even then it's very interesting paper. So I hope this conference will be a successful one, and I would like to thank the organizing committee for taking a few words. Thank you very much.
Take it away.
Respected Dr. Jyot Singh, our beloved Chairman, JS Group, Director, Professor Ashik Kaur, other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, my colleagues, professors, head of the department. It's a great privilege for me to share something in this other gathering in the inauguration ceremony of first ICT concert, IEEE technically concert. This seminar on energy engineering, energy management and audit. The entire topics which are selected in this seminar are very important and very good knowledge-based domain. Energy engineering is a very big subject, seen everywhere in whatever the science is, whatever the engineering is, whatever the technology is. Energy is must. Without energy, no device will operate. Without energy, will not live. So, energy engineering is a big domain and there is enough scope for study, development and application. And energy management is also the same. You see, you have to manage energy, you have to reduce energy, you have to utilize most efficiently the energy, you have to minimize the waste of energy. So, energy management is also very important. Similarly, audit. Without audit, how can we estimate what is the actual energy requirement, what is your actual consumption, what is the wastage, and how do you plan for the future for good management of energy. Professor Wu, our director sir, already pointed out that in our institute we are paying huge amounts of monthly electricity bill, around 4 to 5 lakhs. So why not our professors, the electrical department, other departments will come forward and study the audit itself in the institute. So where is the source of this? How can we minimize the energy? What is the possible solution? What are the possible solutions? Can we not replace these tube lights which are inefficient now by a LED type of thing? Or can we not replace the old air conditioners which are consuming big amount of energy? So these require some study that can be done locally. So if you think globally, but you have to act locally to minimize the energy. You see, the energy, whatever the progress is going on, whatever the modernization is going on, energy crisis will also be going on. So it is our duty of engineers to minimize the energy consumption by the way of designing and developing the electrical circuits or electronic circuits. I think this type of discussions will be definitely taken up by this seminar, and our faculties and students will utilize those outcomes which will be the beneficial for our institute. With these few words, I thank to electrical department, head of the department, Amlan Chakraborty, to organize such a seminar, and other faculties who are participating, and also the JIS group, who is always giving us our impetus for carrying out these sort of activities. And I wish every success of this seminar. Thank you.
That was Professor Dr. J.K. Roy. We really enjoyed your speech, sir. Thank you very much. We now request our Professor Dr. Pankaj Sinha, Team Management, to make his valuable speech.
Other distinguished guests, and my colleagues. Normally, in this type of inauguration, I get no, I cannot speak properly because I do not know what to say. But actually, for this particular type of program about energy, I can tell you something with my previous experience from Productivity Council. When Productivity Council first started the energy audit, at that time it was very difficult to make the people conscious that they require. But when energy audit has started and people realized, then they became, many of the companies, they became addicts of energy audit. Because now there is a scarcity of resources which is already having a cascading effect of everything and also increasing the cost of production everywhere. But after application of this system, all these organizations, they learned how to get profit, how to reduce their cost and increase their profit from this area. But regularly and perpetually, the knowledge is required to be upgraded because things are becoming complicated day by day. This type of conference will make you updated about the present system of energy management, and I wish the program a great success.
Thank you indeed for your good speech, sir. We all enjoyed it. And now you will be glad to know that the time guides us now for high tea. You please enjoy your high tea and come back here please within 20 minutes. Thank you. Okay, before we go to IT, we now request our chairman, Sardar Singh Ji, to make a speech. Sir, आप कुछ बोलिए.
Hello, बहुत बड़े टीचर टीचर कैसे पढ़ाया. हम लोग टाइम में गुरु बोलते, विद्या का गुरु बोलते थे कि बच्चे बाप आगे हाथ पकड़ा जाते थे, इसको मारिए, पीटिए. वो मारते भी थे, हंसते भी थे. जो नहीं पढ़ना होता रहा वो भी जाते पढ़ जाते. अब हम क्या कहें, जैसे गुरु के टीचर हो गए तो इसी तरह जमाना बदल गया. तो बच्चे भी आजकल उनका माँ बाप और उल्टा बोलता है, ये हमारे बच्चे बोलते हैं. ये नहीं समझते है कि हमारा बच्चा को मत के लिए सिखाने के लिए तो हमको हम दे के आए हैं तो समझाएंगे. तो अब क्या कहें, हम सब पढ़े लिखे हो और गुरु हो, मैं कभी गुरु बनूंगा तो इनको सेहत मारे जैसे घर के बच्चों को आप समझा देते हो ऐसे इनको भी अंदर बिठा कर समझा. मैं यही कहूँगा कि माँ बाप हो जाता आपके पास, ये बच्चे हमारे हो जाते. तो हम लोग को किसी तरह से देखना है, सब जैसे स्वभाव है इनसे पढ़ाना है, जरूर पढ़ाना है. कहा है माँ बाप कोई घर बेच के पढ़ा रहा है, तो कोई पंक्ति खा के पढ़ा रहा है, तो कैसे पढ़ा रहे हैं। तो इनका तुम्हारे बच्चे हैं, कोई गलती करे तो इसको माफ करना और इनको पढ़ाना नहीं है। अपनी तरफ से हम लोग को मत समझ लो, इसको बुजुर्ग का कुछ समझ लो। और हम लोग का अपना पुराना ख्याल है, नए ख्याल है, नई नई बात है, तो यही कहूँगा और यही बात कहूँगा। मैं भगवान जानता बहुत खुश, इस उम्र में सोचता भी नहीं था, तो ऐसी ऐसी चीज हमने देख ली, तो मैं खुश हूँ। और आप लोग को बीच में आता हूँ, तो मेरे ख्याल था मेरी खुशी से ही हमारी उम्र बढ़ती जाती है। पुराने सालों भर में 90 को तो बताता ही नहीं, बताता ही नहीं सकते। मैं भगवान जानता बहुत खुश हूँ आप लोगों पर। तो बस ये भाग है, उस भाग के आप माली हो, तो माली का जो काम है वो करना ही है। उसको फल कितना भी अच्छा लग जाए, खाली पूछो। मेरे बाग में बहुत फल अच्छा लगा, खाते नसीब वाले, तो भाई ये बाग है तुम्हारा, तो पानी देते रहो, तो फल खाते रहो। मैं तो यही कहूँगा और भगवान के आगे प्रार्थना करूँगा, भगवान इनकी, मैं तो कुछ भी नहीं, मैं आशीर्वाद चाहता हूँ, बीच में भगवान को लेके वो तुम्हारा कुछ न कुछ बेड़ा लगा पार कर देगा। तो मैं भगवान को प्रार्थना करता हूँ, भगवान इनको सबको बड़ी उम्र कर, सबसे पहले इनकी ठीक रख और फिर इनको अपना अपना काम में ध्यान दें और खुशी रहे। तो मैं बहुत खुश हूँ। धन्यवाद।
Dhanyavad, sir, Sadar Jyoting ji. Thank you very much. We now request Professor Amlan Chakraborty, Head of Department of Electrical Engineering, will now make a speech.
Chairman JS Group for Sardar Jyoting sir, Professor Ashish Gupta, Professor P.H. Saha, Professor Ganta Kumar Roy, Professor Santosh Sinha, Mr. Vipin Kumar, Principal Scientist, Mr. P.S. the respected fellow of the Department of Cellular Institute of Technology, and distinguished guests, those who are present here, and the faculty members and participants. So it has been a dream to organize this national conference for quite a long time. Ultimately, this is happening. The energy engineering is the study of the various associated technologies for harnessing energy sources for human use. The various conversions of energy from one form to another, so that the energy which was not in unusable form can be converted to a usable form, so that we can use it. Energy analysis is the detail of energy consumption, and audit is the verification of those consumptions, whether we are using it in the right manner or not, or what are the ways we can improve the use of energy. And management is the management of all this, of the energy technologies, energy analysis, energy audit, energy consumption, everything. So this is a total gamut of the entire subject of the study of energy. That is the topic of the conference.
I'll not elaborate anymore on this topic. The Professor Joinsurai had earlier pointed out about the energy audit of Nalanda Institute of Technology, and Professor, our director, Professor has also pointed out about the requirement of audit of Nalanda Institute of Technology. I am very glad to say that faculty members of electrical engineering department and also the students together, they have completed the energy audit of Nalanda Institute of Technology. We have already submitted a report to our head office. Our managing director has already seen this, and this recommendation of this particular report, this is going to be implemented, is very important. So we are proceeding slowly about this subject in our institute. Also, in the conference, I welcome all the participants, delegates, to go to the conference and present their views, interact with each other, so that finally all of us can go here enriched with a higher level of knowledge and contribute towards energy studies and research. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, sir, for your wide speech indeed. And we now go for high tea. Yes, all of you, please.